Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. The mainstream media has now released the name and the image of the supposed attacker yesterday in Nice, France, Bastille Day, French Independence Day. If you haven't seen the 3 videos I've already put out decoding this psychological warfare, this purposeful propaganda, this hoax, this false flag, I will link those videos in the description. I now want to take apart this image and the supposed name of this terrorist. Remember, the original definition of terrorism is government by intimidation. And it is the Western governments staging these acts of terrorism and creating an Islamic boogeyman that does not exist. It is the Zionist Jews, it is the Freemasons in high places, such as Francis Holland, the president of France, who are the real terrorists. In all of these stories, they treat us like we're idiots. Look at the image of this supposed attacker. This picture looks like it's from 1900 when photography was a new thing to the world. In all of these terror hoaxes, they release grainy images, images that look like they're a century old. This is part of the grand mocking. The people who run the media think very little of the masses. They think they're retarded, and they treat us like we're retarded. And every story is the same way, and somehow the masses don't wake up. The powers that be prove themselves correct by treating us this way and getting away with it, which is what needs to end, which is why I do this work. Because I've seen through this since I was a teenager. For half my life, I've been witnessing this propaganda and the people around me not coming to see what is. So the image is ridiculous. The name is even more ridiculous. Again, they tell us it's a Muhammad. They love to do this, to say that the shooter's name is Muhammad. Of course, the same name as the prophet in the Quran, the Islamic faith. This isn't the true spelling of Muhammad. They always shift up these spellings, but they always make the terrorist a Muhammad. They say his name is Mohamed Salmene. And let me show you what's so interesting about this name. Salmene in Gematria is identical to the word Muslim. Identical. Last year, July 16th, 2015, the final day of Ramadan, there was supposedly a shooting by an Islamic extremist inspired by radical Islam online, and he shot up military facilities in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They said his name was Muhammad, his last name, the spelling was identical. This 24-33 combination, just like the word Muslim. Plus, the word false flag alone has gematria of 33. If you haven't seen the other videos I've put out, I've talked very much about false flag and the coding of it. The name Salmene, the small way, 24 and 33. The big way, 69. False flags, 33, the small way, 69, the big way. And that's absolutely what this is. A grand mocking, scenes of dummies in the street with fake blood, a truck, a white truck with no body damage to the front, no blood anywhere. Okay, the grill's missing, but there's no indents like there should be if it went through 100 people. And for it to be perfectly clean with no blood, that's impossible. Anybody who's ever hit an animal knows how blood splatters on the dash. You can hit a rabbit with your tire and blood will squirt up and get somewhere on the bumper. They're also saying he's 31 years old. Nise in Gematria sums to 31, the foundational degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. It is the Freemasons in high places that stage these hoaxes by the numbers and code them accordingly. They're saying he's from Tunisia, which has Gematria of 93, like propaganda. Tunisia's from Northern Africa. In the earlier videos, I talked about how France and Britain carved up Northern Africa, agreeing to a military alliance that triggered the events that led to World War I. And this ongoing propaganda is leading us to World War III, a world war that will be fought over nothing but lies, as all wars are. That's why they say the first casualty in war is the truth, and it's the media that always makes that casualty. The same bankers who control government, control media, are the same ones who stage war, because war requires lending, which makes debt, which makes interest, which makes the whole banker system flow. If you're deceived by this, it's really time to wake up. This stuff is embarrassing. It is transparent. You have to truly be blind to not see it. And anytime the media emphasizes words, always check those words out. Obama condemns horrific attack in Nice. Horrific equals 59, just like kill. Mohammed, the way they spelled it in simple English gematria, also 59. Help spread this message. Help bring this tyranny to an end. If you don't, you become part of it. Until next time.